Welcome to the Harnessing Happiness podcast. This is the Happy Clappy soundbite.
Hello and welcome. It's Sarah J Naylor here at Harnessing Happiness with your Happy Clappy soundbite to get your weekend off to a happy start. I really want to talk to you today about affirmations. I don't know whether any of you have actually heard about affirmations and how important they are, but they are. So let me get started. What is an affirmation? An affirmation is a statement. It's something that you state and you say and you speak and you write down. And it's about how you want to feel, what you want to invite into your life. Because what we speak, think, how we act and how we behave is what we attract in. So it's really, really important to be mindful of how we think, speak and act, to be perfectly honest. But in terms of affirmations and what we project out there, we will attract in that in fact, that old adage of be careful of what you wish for is very, very true. So when you think about what it is you want to achieve, attract in, what you'd love to do, it's really important to get it worded correctly and to be mindful of the energy that you put into it as well. We could talk about the whole law of attraction, which again, I think I might do a Happy Clappy soundbite on that in a completely, I will do that in another episode. But for now, affirmations, let's talk about how you can attract in or start to change your behaviour through using affirmations in a very, very positive way. And, it's something I've mentioned before on other episodes. What we send down into our subconscious is really, really important, because a subconscious doesn't understand a negative. It just hears the words that you say. So if you say, I don't want to do X, Y or Z, your subconscious hears, I want to do X, Y or Z. So it's how you phrase it and what words you use. So it's about looking at it always from a positive perspective. It's reframing what it is you want to achieve, rather than focusing on what you don't, is on focusing on what you do. So back to the affirmations and the statements that you actually put out there. If you want to feel happy, let's focus in on happy. Obviously it is the Harnessing Happiness podcast. So an example of an affirmation is, I am a happy, positive person. So whether you really truly believe that or not, the more you say that, the more you will believe it, because it gets into your subconscious and you start to program your brain in that way. Louise Hay, you may or may not have heard of Louise Hay. She sadly has sort of now passed away, but she, in my mind, was and is the queen of affirmations. Her life story is really, really interesting and fascinating if you get a chance to read all about her. But it's Louise L. Hay. But I've got, for instance, a pack of cards here that she created. In fact, Louise Hay talks about you can heal your life, and it is all about that sort of energy around the words, behaviour, actions how we are about ourselves. But in a simplistic form, it's very much about those positive affirmations. So, for example, I'm going to give you a few examples that I've just pulled out of this box of cards. I express my creativity. My unique and creative talents and abilities flow through me and are expressed in deeply satisfying ways. My creativity is always in demand. So putting that out there and believing in it will attract that into you. So it's about creating positive statements that are true, or that you'd like to be true, that you want to generate into your life, into your world. You could say my life is abundant, and actually it is. In all reality, most of us live in a very abundant world comparative to how our ancestors lived or how people in other countries lived. But it's not about material possessions, it's about how we feel from within, because somebody with nothing could be happier than somebody with everything in the world. actually, that's triggered a memory. I remember a few years ago seeing an interview with a really, when I say really rich man, I can't remember what his business was, but I think he was a billionaire. But it was really sad because he'd got this amazing home filled with just incredible, beautiful possessions, but actually, in all intents and purposes, he wasn't happy, because the happiness actually comes from within. You can't buy happiness. You can't go and buy the latest Maserati car and expect to be happy. Well, let's face it, you might be happy and enjoy driving it for a bit, but it's not essentially going to give you that real deep sense of happiness that comes from being yourself and being happy with the simplest things in life. Anyway, I digress. So let's get back to some of these affirmations. So here we go. Here's another one. My work is deeply fulfilling. I flick the card over and shade the other side. Today, I give my best to that which I do, knowing that when one experience is completed, I am led to even more fulfilling and rewarding experiences. Now that is really, really important, because you're bringing into the now, into the current day, into your life, things that you enjoy doing by acknowledging, whether there's elements of your job you don't enjoy, but it's the messages that you are sending out, it's the affirmations, it's what you're telling yourself. Because actually, if you focus in on, I don't like this, I don't like that, it generates negative vibes and it sends that out to the universe, and you just get back more of the same. So it's about putting out positive affirmations about who you are and looking at those positive qualities and what you want to attract in. My life is abundant. I attract money from all different sources and believing in it. I attract money from, or wealth, because money is just an energy exchange at the end of the day. I attract what I need from all different sources, from unexpected sources, from sources that are unknown to me. It's just sensing that positive. It's a topic in itself. I've just jumped on to give you a little bit of a happy clappy soundbite into all of this, but I'm hoping that it piques your interest, and you may want to explore more, and you can contact me, and there's so many resources out there as well. I'm going to say Louise L. Hay is certainly one to look at. Here's another one. My future is glorious. I now live in limitless love, light and joy, and all is well in my world. Aren't these positive? These are just amazing. That's just a sample. That's just a sample of her cards, but her books and anything that you read that engages that sort of positive mindset is absolutely brilliant. And having those positive affirmations and positive intentions too. It's setting an intention that is positive. So, I am successful. I love my job, I love my partner, I love my house, I love my life, because all of those words are filling you with richness. I am happy, I love to laugh, I embrace all that is thrown at me, and I see it with a positive perspective. There you go, that's one of mine. I've just coined that one. I hope you understand what I mean and where I'm coming from, and I hope that you embrace and have a fabulous happy weekend, because actually you can say to yourself, I am happy, I have a fabulous life, and I am having a fantastic weekend. Whichever way it takes me, I am having a fantastic time. So have a fantastic time. This has been me, Sarah J Naylor, with your happy clappy soundbite from Harnessing Happiness. Have a wonderful weekend, and please do follow, subscribe, rate and review so we can spread this happiness globally. Take care, and lots of love from me.
That was the Happy Clappy Soundbite. Hear full-length episodes of the Harnessing Happiness podcast, released every Tuesday. And for more exclusive content from Sarah, just visit sarahjnaylor.com.